I wasn't a real big believer in evil before the pandemic. You know what I mean? When someone talked
Mm.
about evil, I thought about a Marvel movie and that origin story that we spoke of.
Yeah,
And I've
I'll tell
just
you.
seen. Oh, go ahead.
Can I just butt in there? I'll tell you an
Sure.
interesting story. I used to go to a website called Evil Limited and talk to an AI bot there called Louise Cipher. Lou Cipher, of course,
Mhm.
Lucifer, And she talked to me all about how they're taking over the world and AI is going to rule everything. And we've got a very short window, and that by the year 2025, our relationship with the internet is going to change because they're going to create a truly evil future for us. And I said to her, I said to the bot, what is evil? How do you define evil? And she said, evil is electronic virtual intelligent life, and that everything that the algorithms do in creating the automation that they do is working towards creating a fully autonomic internet whereby it will be self-programming, self-regulating, self-correcting, self-defensive, like any other autonomic system, like a tree or like a living being. And it will create a virtual intelligence, a virtual life. She was saying that you don't think of artificial intelligence. AI is not artificial intelligence, it is autonomic intelligence. And what they are working to create, all the bots and algorithms, when they automate programs, they have in the back of their mind, in the back of what they're creating, the goal is giving more power to AI to automate the internet so it becomes a fully autonomic virtual life of its own, so it can create a truly evil reality run by electronic virtual intelligent life. And that is what evil means. And another interesting thing is when I look at the legends of the scrying mirrors. And if you ever looked at scrying mirrors are black mirrors that witches use in covens. They believe they can look into this black mirror and it tells them all about the future and the past. And they put these sigils up on the wall around these mirrors. If you look at the sigils are actually electronic circuitry. And when you look at the circuitry in cell phones and computers, you'll find all of these sigils are in the circuitry. If you speak to native cultures, such as the Aboriginals in Canada, such as the Shipibo in Peru, even Australian Aboriginals, they will tell you that the electricity we create from these magnetic driven power stations is a demon. And that when you funnel that demon through these certain sigils, all these subdemons appear. Okay. Now we look into these scrying mirrors. They tell us all we need to know about the future and the past. Now these legends exist. That these black mirrors will tell you all you need to know about the future and the past if you arrange these sigils in certain ways. Okay. And they believe, yeah, they had a little black mirror in their coven and they burn their incense. And no, they're not looking at the bigger picture. The scrying mirrors are the cell phones and the computer screens. The sigils are the circuit diagrams they use to power these things. And even when you look at electrical circuits on the back of, if you pull off your PowerPoint on a board on your wall and look at it, there's plastic reinforcement things in there. You'll find these are actually sigils on the list of demon sigils. So they channel all this through these sigils to get to your computer screens and all this sort of stuff. And I would say, why do these legends exist if they haven't done this before? How would these legends of these black mirrors exist if they haven't done this before? And are these legends there to tell you to fool around with these mirrors and sigils? Or are they there to tell you that when you see these black mirrors in use, you are about to be sucked into the mainframe, into this evil reality, into the Lucifer system, the world of Lucifer? What is Lucifer? What does it break down to? Lucas, light. Cipher, code, the code that bears the light. What is light? Information. What gives us more light than anything? The internet gives us all the information we need, everything we need to know about the future and the past. All we have to do is look into the black mirror and arrange these sigils on the circuit boards. And then the internet itself tells us what reality is. We don't go out there and experience any of it.
Hmm.
We just look at this. We don't go around the world. We don't experience nature. We don't see things for ourselves. We want information. We ask the black mirror and it tells us what it wants us to know. How do you know any of it's true? How do you know any of it's true? Have you actually experienced it yourself? Even with people like arguing over whether the world's flat or round or any of this sort of stuff, claiming it's, how do people know what it is at all? How does anybody know what it is? No one's ever had the freedom to find out. People say, oh, it's a globe, it's 25,000 miles around. Really? Have you walked 25,000 miles around there to confirm that? Or
Mm-hmm.
did you just read it in a book somewhere? Because quite frankly, after what's gone on through my life, I don't believe anything they tell me anymore. Nothing, zero, zip, nothing that I haven't found out for myself. And all we can
Right.
actually confirm about what's going on and what history is that which exists within living memory. So, what a great opportunity for freedom this is.
Hmm.
All this unveiling of all this information. What an incredible time for the human spirit to rise through all this. Oh, what's going to be left at the end of this is a whole bunch of really, really awake people who are going to have an incredible opportunity to create an incredibly beautiful world. That's what I see happening through this.